you think that this contractor in Roanoke, Virginia was being unethical? Or if not unethical, shady? That's the question I want you to answer after I tell you this story. To start off, as we always do, we went under contract on a home here in the Roanoke Valley. It was an old house. We did get a pest inspection done prior to settlement. Now, what this pest inspection turned up was not good. There was a significant amount of termite damage and load-bearing joists, beams, stuff like that. After getting news like that, most people would completely back out of the contract or do anything they could do to not purchase the home, but that's not what we do. If we say we're gonna buy your house, we're gonna buy it, no matter what turns up. So fast forward to closing day, we purchased the home and I immediately start making a scope of work and mapping out what workers and contractors are gonna do what tasks. For all this termite damage, we want a reputable local foundation company to come out and work on it. So I call company A, they come out there, they look around, they do an assessment of the property. I had heard good things about this company and they told me they'd get back with me within 4 days with a quote and a scope of work of what they're gonna do to completely remedy the issue. I got the quote back from them within a couple of days and I had insane sticker shock. I could not believe the cost that they were trying to charge for this repair. It actually was $26,000. To give you a better idea of the work that was needed at this home, basically there was 2 sill beams that were ate up with termites that needed to be replaced. There was a couple studs that the termites had gone up and ate up as well, and then maybe 1 floor joist that needed repairing. So we're talking this is all, you know, woodwork, carpentry level stuff, nothing to do with concrete or anything like that. So soon after getting the quote, I collected myself and I called them and I said, man, what in the world, why is this such an expensive thing? And I got this massive list of items that they were gonna need to do and all this bracing they were gonna have to do and all this, what I would call just fluff that to me didn't really even seem that necessary, but that they were adding on to the final bill just to kind of increase that sales cost. They were talking about how it was gonna maybe take a week long to do and all the manpower they were gonna have to have out there and just laying it on thick that basically, you know, they're honestly acting like the house is about to fall down, which it wasn't. It had been standing that way for years and years and years. So I said, I was like, well, I appreciate your time and I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna have to get a different quote. I just gotta, you know, make sure that this is in line for this type of work. And they're like, oh, you know, you're not gonna be able to find this kind of work for a cheaper price than this. You know, we'll even give you a little bit off so we can work with you since you're, you know, you flip houses and stuff like that. And I said, okay, well, let me just check. So then I call company B. The guy meets me out there promptly. He looks at the issues, the problems, doesn't act like it's a big deal at all, looking at it like he's just looking at something he's seen a million times, goes back home, sends me an email that night. It's gonna be a little less than $4,000 and he'll have it done in a day. Keep in mind, company B has been in business for just as long as the other one and is just as reputable as the other one. So it's not like this guy was like just off the street and wasn't licensed or anything like that. This kind of work, you know, was permitted. So needless to say, we went with company B. It went great. He completed the work promptly. He didn't use any of the extra bracing or mats or any of this other stuff that the other company was telling me they needed to use, and that's why it was going to be so expensive. These people from company A were obviously just trying to sell me a bill of goods and a bunch of stuff that was completely unnecessary and sell me, you know, a price for a job that was nowhere within the realm of competitiveness with their peers for what was really a simple job for a company like this. I know people have different prices for different tasks and different products from company to company. I'm fully aware of that. But when we're talking about like a $20,000 difference, my question to you is, do you think that company A was trying to be unethical and basically swing for the fences and take advantage of me? Or do you think that they were just doing business? Let me know your thoughts.